to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting yet another reading vlog for you guys, and I am so excited about this one because it has been a week. Like, let me just tell you that right now. It has been such a busy week. I've had so many assignments due this week. I've had so many quizzes due this week. It's just been awful. Like, I've never had this many things due in such a short span of time, and I thought I was going to lose my mind by the end of it, but it's over. It's Friday afternoon. All of my things are done and turned in, and I am so excited to be starting another reading vlog for you guys. So this one is exciting though because I'm doing something a bit different. I want to see how many books I can read in a span of 24 hours. So obviously I've done like some 24-hour readathons and some 48-hour readathons, but like those are kind of hard because I can't really stay up that late. Like, I'm not very good at it, and like I need my 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I always end up losing a lot of time to sleep. So I decided that I wanted to do the timer method of like a 24-hour readathon, if you've seen those type of videos. So basically I'm going to be using the timer on my phone, and every time I'm reading, I'm gonna start the timer. And then when I stop reading, I'm gonna stop the timer. And the goal is to get to 24 full hours of reading within this weekend. I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to do that, to be honest, because 24 hours is a long time. It's literally a whole day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we'll see. But I'm going to try my best to read as much as I can. I have quite the stack of books right here that I'm hoping to... I'm not going to read all of these because I don't think that's possible, but I'm going to read some of them. But we'll talk about the TBR in a second because I have quite a bit of book mail that I need to show you guys really quickly, and it's very exciting because all of it is from you guys, and I'm just... Let me show you. We have some fun packages off my Amazon wish list. And then I actually have 2 books that are not in a package because the Amazon package came ripped. So like I could see like right in it, you know? It was like literally like fully open. It was like somebody took a look at the books and then decided they didn't like them and just put them back. I don't know. But obviously I'd already seen them, so I just took them out of the package. But I did want to mention them because they're 2 books that I'm very excited about. So these are both from Samantha. So thank you so much, Samantha. First of all, we have An Impossible Imposter by Deanna Raybourn. This is the 7th book in the Veronica Speedwell series. I haven't read book 6 yet, but I may or may not be on the reading plans for this weekend, but I'm so excited to have book 7 so I can jump into it as soon as I finish book 6, and I think this recently came out in paperback, so I'm excited to have this. And then the other one is The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang. I think I saw Elliot Brooks talk about this book, and I know a lot of people like also really like this book on BookTube. I think it follows like a mother and son dynamic, but it's like fantasy setting, which I feel like I've never seen like a mother-son dynamic in high fantasy. Samantha said, this is on my want to read list too. Can't wait to hear your thoughts if it makes it into a video. Trust me, when I read this, it will be in a video. Love your channel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Samantha, for the lovely books. Like, I'm so excited about both of these. So amazing, fantastic. Let's open some of these other packages I have. We have a box. We're gonna open the box. Do I have scissors? No, but my keys are right here, so that'll work. Oh, I forgot I put this on my wish list. Oh my god. But I'm so excited about it. This is The Great Cat, Poems About Cats. It's one of the like Everyman's Library Pocket Poet editions. I know they have like some others of these that I've been wanting to check out, but this is literally just like poems about cats. And it's so cute. This kind of looks like my cat Poppy. Mainly just because it's a black cat, but I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm so excited to have this. So, oh, right, who was this sent to me by? Dina, you absolute icon. Thank you. She said, just because you're my favorite booktuber, first of all, thank you so much. And you love cats, lol. I do indeed love cats. I'm gonna have to maybe read some of these poems to my cats. Do you think they would appreciate that? No, probably not, but it's a nice thought. And then we have this, which I actually think is also from Dina. Like, I'm pretty sure it is. So let's scope it out because I think I know what these are. Yes. So excited. Hang on. Where's the note? Yes, this is also from Dina. So you never run out of tabs while reading. You know my struggle. She sent me so many tabs and I'm so excited about them. I love getting new tabs to annotate my books with. Look at all of these. I'm so excited to use these. I'm like, what book do I need to annotate today? You know what I'm saying? Again, thank you so much, Dina. I'm so excited to have so many sticky notes. I will cherish them until I use them, of course. And then we have one more, which I'm excited about it. So Let's see if they'll let me in. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I'm so excited. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Dina! This one's also from Dina. Oh my god. Okay, so this one, oh my god, I'm so excited about this book. I have heard from like so many people that I would love this book. Like I get recommended it like a decent amount, and I was like, yeah, I know, I will pick it up. I just don't want to buy it right now. But Dina has fixed that issue for me because this is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Look at this, oh my god. This like paperback is so stunning. Like not, I mean like it's a nice cover, but like I'm mainly talking about the construction. I mean look at this, ooh, look at the, oh. I think this is like a, it's a vampire fantasy romance moment, and there's also like a tournament, I think, of sorts in here. So let's read the last note from Dina. It says, can't wait to see what you think of this. Thanks for the fun videos you make. They always make my day, Dina. I'm gonna cry. Stop it. I'm so excited to have Serpent and the Wings of Night. I'm so excited to read this, and I will absolutely be reading it soon. So now that we have done the Bookmail portion, we can get into my TBR for this weekend. Basically, I just have a lot of books that I want to read. I went through last night and I put my entire physical TBR in Notion, and I found out that I have like 90 unread books. And I was like, that's gross, Katie. What's wrong with you? Just read the books that you buy. So that's kind of like the hope of this book, is that I can maybe take like 4 books off my physical TBR. We'll see. Anyway, let's discuss the reading plan. So, first of all, we have The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. This is like a companion book to, what is that? What's the first one called? The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. Yes, I read that one in my 48-hour readathon that I did recently. It was really fun, really kooky, really crazy. So I'm really hoping that this one is also a kooky, fun, and crazy time. Honestly, I don't know anything about it. I know there's witches. I will tell you what it's about as I read it, because as of now, I don't know. The next book I have here is Nobody's Surprised. The 6th book in the Veronica Speedwell series. This is An Unexpected Peril. I actually started this one a few weeks ago. I wasn't vibing with it at the time, but I wasn't really vibing with any books at the time, so it's not her fault. I'm still so excited to read An Unexpected Peril. This next one, I really don't think I'm gonna finish, but I would like to just make some progress in it. And that is The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 2nd book in the Mistborn series. Cass texted me a few days ago and she said that the ending of Mistborn 2 is wild. So I'm like, I want to know why it's wild. I am a bit sad though, because the library took my copy of the audiobook back because I'd had it for too long. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I think I have like 1 Audible credit left, and I really want to get the audiobook for this because I love the way that Michael Kramer narrates the series. So maybe, hopefully, but maybe. And then the last like full book that I have on here is another book that I'm in the middle of actually, meaning I'm only 28 pages into it. And that is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. This is like a standalone YA thriller. I'd heard a couple of people talk about it. They said it was really fun. I want to try switching up my reading a bit, so we're going for a thriller, and I'm very excited about it. Like I was saying, I am a little bit into this one, but like only 28 pages, so I really haven't read that much, but I am intrigued. I'm excited. I really think this is going to be a good pick again for my 24-hour experiment thingy, because it's a thriller. So theoretically, if it's good, I should want to read a lot of it. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm excited about it. I just haven't had like any time to read it this week, which is very sad, but now's the time, my friends. Now is the time. So those are like my normal book plans, but obviously I do have currently just 1 manga. No, 2. I have 2, and there could be potential for a 3rd. I have no idea, but first of all, I have Orange, the Complete Collection, Volume 2 by Ichigo Takano. This is, volumes 4 through 6 of the Orange manga, but they're like sold in these bind-ups. I read the first bind-up when I was down in Texas to visit Cass. I thought it was very interesting, and I've been wanting to continue it, and I thought right now would be a really good time to do so. I'm very excited. I think it's gonna make me sad though, so I don't know if I'm that excited, but if I'm a little too sad, I do have Volume 9 of Spy Family, borrowed from the library currently, and my hold is running out, so I should really read that, you know what I'm saying? So, Volume 9 of Spy Family probably will also be happening, and then I might have another volume of manga that I might potentially read, because I'm so excited about this. Because recently, I blame Bella from Throne of Pages for this, recently she's been raving about Yona of the Dawn. I, on a whim yesterday, decided like, hey, what if I read the first volume because she really seems to like it? I read it, I'm obsessed. I started watching the anime. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited, and I was gonna read like more volumes yesterday, but the second one is not currently available, but it said it was gonna be available soon on Libby. So I'm like, maybe I'll read that. Like, if the hold comes in, I will read it. If it doesn't, maybe this is for nothing. Who knows? This has been such a long intro. I'm so sorry, but I just had a lot of things to say. It's been a long time since I've sat down and started a vlog. It's been like 3 weeks, so I don't know what that's about. But I'm excited to get back into making my vlogs. I'm excited to get back to talking with you guys, and yeah, that's it. That's everything I had to tell you, I think. So yes, currently, let's talk specifics here. It's 1:51 on Friday afternoon. I do have plans tonight at 7. I'm going to go over to my friend's apartment. We're gonna watch a movie. It's gonna be a fun time. But until then, we're gonna start the timer and we're gonna get reading. I think the book that I think the book that I'm gonna start with is The League of Gentlewomen Witches, and without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm currently 2 hours and 21 minutes into my readathon. Yes. And can I just say that this is so, it's just so much less stressful than like doing a 24-hour readathon. And like, I know that sounds dumb, but like when I'm doing a normal 24-hour readathon, I'm like, oh, I can't take breaks. I gotta keep reading. Like, I gotta go. We gotta read so many books. But now that I can just like stop the timer, I can just like take a little break. And it's like, no biggie. And it's so nice. I'm like, do I just start doing all my 24-hour readathons like this? Like, probably no, because like the normal ones are fun sometimes, but like I'm enjoying this one a lot. So I also have an update, obviously, on the Gentle League of Women Witches. I have made it up to page 162. I'm on chapter 14. I think I'm like halfway through the book now, so it's been really fun. Definitely like same vibes as the first one, kind of just a silly goofy time, and I really like it. I love this series so much for just how absurd and ridiculous it is. Honestly, like anytime any of the characters say anything, I'm like, what are you going on about? But also, please keep going on about it because it's just really entertaining. Also, in this one specifically, something that I've noticed, which doesn't have to do with what I was talking about before, so we're just gonna pivot to topics here really quickly, but there are so many Jane Austen references in this book. Like, if you like Jane Austen, pick up this series. Like, you gotta do it. I don't know if there were as many in the first one. I think in the first one, there were a lot of, like, Bronte references? Question mark? I think so. But, like, in this one, there's so many Jane Austen references. Like, do you see all these blue tabs? These are all the Jane Austen references because it just kept coming. And at some point I was like, I kind of want to keep track of like how many they are. And now that I have these super fun tabs from Dina, I was like, I gotta use them. So I thought that was a good time. Like, I also, like, I love Jane Austen. So I was like, obviously, I gotta mark them. It's also making me want to read another Jane Austen. I've only read 2. I've read Pride and Prejudice and Northanger Abbey, both of which I definitely enjoyed. But like, I just need to read some more. You know, like I have Emma. Maybe I should read that at some point in time soon. I don't know. Also, something that I was noticing as I was kind of, you know, reflecting on the Jane Austen references is that, like, this is literally, tell me that's not Mr. Darcy. I don't remember what the actor's name is. But from, like, the 2005 Pride and Prejudice adaptation, like, it looks like him. Like, vaguely. I know he doesn't have a face, like, in this cover, but, like, I think it looks like him. Except, you know, I guess this would be Pirate Darcy, but I could be into that. To give you guys like a brief plot summary of this, basically you're following our main character Charlotte, who is a witch, and then you have the love interest Alex, who is a pirate. I didn't even realize this until like 50 pages into the book, but he was introduced in the first book, The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. Like, he's the friend of the love interest in that book, so I thought that was fun. And we've like seen the characters from the first book in this one as well, and I really like them. So I was like, hey, welcome back, but you are kind of just following them. They meet in the beginning of the book. They have banter. They don't like each other. Little enemies to lovers moment. And when I say moment, I mean like more like a second. Because the enemies part of their enemies to lovers arc lasted like 3 seconds. And like this book isn't marketed as enemies to lovers or anything. I'm just saying like they did hate each other and then they didn't. But I'm okay with that, like I don't even care. Basically, they're both like trying to find this amulet thing that's very important. I don't even know why, I don't remember why, but the real plot's not important. It's really just a romance and I having a good time. So basically, that's all you need to know about this book right now. Anyway, it's currently like 5:25. I'm leaving maybe in like an hour or so, so I'm gonna start the timer. Gonna read some more, see how much I can read tonight. I'm hoping to maybe finish it. Like I won't finish it before I leave, but I could like come back and finish it. But I will update you guys if I end up doing that. So another strong start to my, you know, readathon. I started my other readathon with the first book in this series and that was also a good decision. So feeling like a 4 stars. I'm so excited to read some. So it is later. I've almost made it to the 4-hour mark, which is fun, and I have not finished the League of Gentlewomen Witches yet, but I have to leave very soon, so I have this much left. I'm kind of sad that I don't have enough time to just finish it, but I will finish it when I get home tonight. It's okay. I did make it up to page 262. Again, I'm still really enjoying this. It has been focusing more on the plot, like obviously, recently, which like I don't care as much about the plot, but I do really love the like the romance aspect of this, obviously, because it's got like one of my favorite tropes, and it's like fake dating, but the only 2 people who think that they're like, you know, fake dating are the 2 people in the relationship. It's just a really funny dynamic. Yes, going to be finishing this up when I get home later. And then I think once I finish this, because it won't take me very long to get through the rest of that, I'm either going to start Orange or I'm going to read some more of 5 Survive. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards 5 Survive and then I can save Orange for tomorrow, but we'll see what I'm feeling when I finish the Gentle League of Women. No, the League of Gentle Women Witches. There we go. 4 hours in. 20 hours left. I don't know why that took me so long. Let's get it. Morning, everybody. It is currently Saturday morning. I do have my update for my hours read. I'm at 6 hours and 42 minutes. It's going, I feel like, decently well. I woke up at like 7, I think, this morning, just on accident. I set my alarm for like 9, but I woke up at 7. I heard that it was raining outside. I heard a crack of thunder and I was like, this is the reading weather. So I woke up and I did some reading. So last night I did end up finishing the League of Gentlewomen Witches. I'm thinking it's like a 3.75 or 4. Like, it's really fun, but it's definitely not like a 5-star or anything. But I really enjoyed my time reading it. Something I find really funny about the series is that everybody's so polite. They're like, even when they're robbing somebody, like, peak manners, and it's just so funny. But like, overall, really fun. It's like a 3.75. But I have made quite a bit of progress in 5 Survive. I made it up to page 181. Like, this book is reading so quickly. And I'm so happy about that because I am just having like such a good time. Like, it's really fun. Like, sort of, like, it feels wrong to say that about like a group of people trapped in an RV while people are shooting at them, but it's like, it's very tense. It's very just like fast paced, and I am very excited to read some more of it actually. So I think I'm definitely going to be able to finish this book up rather quickly today, and I'm so excited about that. And I'm also just really, you know, having a good time. So there's how 5 Survive is going. The only thing is, and like I'm not surprised by this, I don't really care too much about the characters. Like, our main character, Red, is okay, and it's kind of interesting because it is dealing with a lot of ways that her grief is manifesting due to like an event that happened a few years ago, and how current events are kind of triggering that for her. It's just very interesting to read like how that's all woven in, and I'm enjoying that. But like the other characters I don't really like. Like, there's this one dude named Oliver, and me and Oliver are about to box because he irritates me. But aside from him, the rest of them, I'm like, okay, like, they're fine. But I didn't really go in expecting like, wow, amazing characters. I'm really here to just see who's about to die, because there's 6 of them trapped in this RV. And as the title suggests, only 5 survive. So I'm a little concerned. I have placed my bets in my head, obviously, as to who I think is gonna die, but I kind of picked the obvious one, so like, I don't know. Anyway, there's how 5 Survive is going. Currently, I'm at the library, and my god, is it busy. There are like oh wait, are they having a book sale? You know, that might explain why it's so busy. I think they're having a book sale. Okay, that makes me feel better. I drove up, and like literally every single parking spot is taken. I had to like make some loops to like find a parking spot. I had to fight somebody for this parking spot. Like, not really, it was kind of just like me giving them an intense stare because I was waiting for this spot first. But like, I could not figure out for the life of me why it's so busy, and like I don't know if it's because of the library sale, but whatever. We'll see. I mainly just came to pick up some holds that I have, and I do want to sit down, if it's not too busy, I guess, and read a bit more of 5 Survive. So those are kind of the plans for today. I'm so excited because it's supposed to rain all day today. I'm just like, yes, thank you for the stunning readathon ambiance. I'm so into this. There were like some cracks of thunder, like as I was reading this morning. I was like, ooh, it's kind of spooky. I like it. Although, one thing I do want to say, I forgot I was going to say this, about 5 Survive, is that I was reading this book last night at like 2 a.m. and I can't lie, like I was really scared. Like, it's not a scary book, but I think because it was like 2 a.m. and I was reading this like thriller, I was kind of like, oh, I don't like it. Because there's this part where there's like this walkie-talkie that the bad guy, I guess you could say, like attached to the RV, and he was saying like, hello, come here, hello, and I was like, ew, no. Like, the thought of any disembodied voice like telling me come here, like, no, absolutely not. I'm out. Like, I was literally scared to get up and wash my face. I was like, what if he's coming for me now? If I was reading that part of the book at any other time of the day, it wouldn't have been an issue. But because it was 2 a.m., I was a little bit sleep deprived. I was like, just make it stop. But looking back on it, it was kind of fun, kind of spooky, kind of a silly, spooky time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I rambled long enough. Almost 7 hours in, yes, to my readathon. Hoping to read like 8 more hours today. That'll put me on track, I think, to finish this tomorrow, like I'm hoping. But we'll see. Anyway, I think that's everything. So let's go to the library. Okay, so I'm back from the library. Little sad because it's really sunny right now, but I think it's supposed to rain later. But still, my weather app lied to me, and that's kind of rude. Do you know what's also kind of rude? But it's completely my fault. I accidentally reset my timer. So, that's upsetting. I restarted it. I read for 51 minutes while I was at the library. But before that, I was trying to get a shot of me like starting the timer. So I was holding it to the camera and I was like, I'm just gonna like press the start button. Nice shot, whatever. I accidentally hit the reset button instead. Because I'm dumb. No, we're not gonna say it. Human error exists. But I'm so upset because I wanted to hit the 24 hours on my stupid timers. So I'm thinking I might try and like fix the difference while I sleep tonight. And if I can somehow do that. But I wanted to share this tale of me being dumb. But can I say, my visit to the library was delightful. Aside from the fact that I reset my timer, it was so nice. They have this reading room on the 3rd floor of the library that I've never been to. But I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go today. And it was so lovely. Like, it was so nice. I sat down and I read a huge chunk of 5 Survive. I'm now on page 265. It's currently 4 a.m. I'm still really enjoying it. We're definitely learning, like, you know, some secrets about the people. Because the main reason that this group of 6 people are being targeted is because they have a secret. And we're starting to, like, learn some secrets, but they're not the right secrets. But they're still secrets. And they're so juicy. Like, there was one, I was like, oh, the drama. But I'm still really enjoying this. I'm really excited to kind of see how it ends. I have, like, how many pages left? 110? That does not look like 110 pages, but that should fly. This book reads, like, really quickly, and I'm still really enjoying it. So that was lovely. I had such a lovely morning. I also, obviously, checked out some books. So I'll give you guys a quick library haul. First of all, they had volumes 3 and 4 of Creepy Cat. Have I read volume 3 of Creepy Cat? I don't remember if I've read volume 3 of Creepy Cat now that I'm thinking about it. I know I had it checked out at one point, but I don't know if I ever read it. I don't know, but I also have volume 4, so I'd kind of like to, like, maybe read them. I don't know. If you ever see me, like, not reading the books that I pick up in my library haul, look the other way, but I'm hoping to read these. I picked up a lot of graphic novels, so, like, these are 2 of them, or these are manga, I suppose. I have 1 graphic novel, the rest are manga. So the other one I picked up was, again, The Girl from the Other Side, volume 5. I keep telling myself that I'm going to continue the series, and guess what? Then I don't. But I picked it up in case I wanted to read it this weekend. I don't know. These are really fun though. I like them. And then the other one I'm very excited about. And this is When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. This is huge, by the way. But Emily Carroll wrote Through the Woods, which is a graphic novel of like 5 different like spooky stories and whatnot. I own that one actually, and I really enjoyed it. So I didn't even know she had any other graphic novels. So when I saw that, I was like, snap that up, you know? And on the back, one of these blurbs says, it's Alice in Wonderland meets Dracula. Bloody, sensual, and bewitching. Like, come on. That sounds so good. I love her art style a lot. It's, like, really cool. I think there's ooh. Sorry, I'm so excited. This will probably take me, like, 3 minutes to read. I don't even know if I'm gonna read it this weekend or not, but I'm gonna... Oh, what is going on? Oh, there's like words. That's a lot of words. Anyway, I'm gonna read that at some point in time. And then I picked up 2 like normal books. So first up, I have The Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson. I do believe this is like a standalone entry in the Cosmere ? I'm gonna have to look into that. But I think it is. Like, I've heard that maybe this is a way you can potentially start with the Cosmere. I have no idea what this is about. Like, obviously I've started reading books in the Cosmere already, but like for your reference, I think it's like just a short story, and I've been interested in it. I saw that they had it. If I like it, I'm gonna have to pick up a copy because she's stunning. And then the other one I picked up because I was enjoying 5 Survive so much while I was at the library. After I was done with my little, you know, reading escapade, I decided I wanted to pick up another Riley Sager because I have read Lock Every Door. It was not my favorite. I don't really find most thrillers to be that amazing, but I've been wanting to read this one for a while. So I just went to look and see if they had it, and they did. And that is Home Before Dark, but I think it takes place in a creepy house. Ooh, sorry, I read like the blurb at the top here. It says, bells that ring themselves, record players that turn on and play music to empty rooms, ghosts that climb out of wardrobes. Oh, I'm into that concept. Oh, sorry, I just keep reading more things. Oh my God. These people are moving into a house called Bainbury Hall, which is a rambling Victorian estate in the Vermont woods. Sorry, that sounds like everything I could possibly want. I need to read this now. Anyway, it is currently 11:30. I need to eat some lunch. I have a leftover pizza from last night, which I'm so excited about. I also went to get a Diet Coke. Nobody's surprised. And yes, plans for the day. Obviously, reading. Yes, I know, shocking. First of all, I'm gonna finish up 5 Survive. And then, honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe starting Home Before Dark just because it sounds fun. Like, I know I had a TBR. So we'll kind of just see if I want to throw my TBR out the window a bit. But I'm gonna finish this one first, and then I'll give you some thoughts. I do have plans later tonight at like 6 or 7 maybe. So until then, I'm gonna aim to get in so much reading. So let's go. Okay, so it's a bit later. I've hit 2 hours and, there we go, 10 minutes on my second timer. I did do the math. I'm actually up to 8 hours and 52 minutes. So I did finish 5 Survive, and I think I'm gonna give it like a 4-star. I just thought, like, this is a really fun time. Like, not actually fun, but like very fast paced. Like, I really couldn't put it down. Once I hit like a certain part in this book, I was like, okay, fine. Like, I gotta know what happens right now. Like, I need to read the rest of this. It was also like a really fast read. Like, I feel like it's been a really long time since I read a book that's like almost 400 pages so quickly. So I just really enjoyed this. I thought the ending was very satisfying. I really liked the way it ended, the way that certain characters like changed over the course of the book and like things that were revealed. There were definitely a lot of points in this book that like had me gasping. There was something that was revealed and I was just like, no way. Like, it was just so entertaining, and I'm so glad that I decided to pick this up. I would definitely recommend if you're in the market for a good YA thriller. So yeah, there we go. Honestly, this has like put me into such a big like reading mood, which is really exciting because I've been in such a slump for these last few weeks. Like, everything has been so stressful and I've had so much going on that like reading has definitely been on the back burner. I've literally, like, before I started this video, I'd read 2 books in April, and one of them was like a manga volume. So I was like, what's going on? It's halfway through April. I haven't read anything, but now that I've read like this book, it was so fun. I just like couldn't put it down. I'm so excited to like just read more books now. I'm also really excited to start A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because this was super fun. So I think that series is gonna be like really fun too. Again, I don't know if fun's like the right way to describe it, but like I think you get what I mean. Now that I have finished that, I think I'm going to switch up the format a bit and I'm going to read my volume of Spy Family that I have, which I'm very excited about. I'm really hoping that it's better than the other volumes that I've read recently, because I didn't like hate the volumes that I read. Like, I still really enjoyed them, but like none of them felt the same way that like the first few in the series felt for me. Like, those were just like peak. And I think volumes like 5 through 8, like they weren't as fun, but I'm just hoping that volume 9 brings it back for me. You know what I'm saying? And even if it doesn't, I think it's still gonna be a good time. But after that, just keep saying I'm excited, but like, I am excited because I think I'm finally going to jump back into Mistborn and read The Well of Ascension. I'm currently on page 50. Like, do I remember what happened in those first 50 pages? It's been like 2 weeks since I read those. Maybe? Like, a little bit. I have some inkling of an idea, so I'm just gonna go with that. But I don't know if I'm gonna finish this because it's literally like almost 800 pages, but I do want to make some progress in this book, and I feel like right now is a really good time to do it because my reading mood has been reinvigorated. I'm so excited for the rest of this vlog. I hope you guys are as well. So let's go. Okay, so it is Sunday morning. I'm gonna talk like kind of quietly because it's like 8:30 and my roommate might be asleep, but I did such a bad job at reading yesterday. I finished my volume of Spy Family, and then I was like, what if I watched like 15 episodes of Yona of the Dawn? So I did that. And then I didn't read anything else. Me and Cass, we FaceTimed as well, and we were both like, yeah, we're gonna read. But then we just like talked for 2 hours and we went to sleep. So yesterday was a bit of a flop. And the thing is, I was so excited to jump in to like reading some more books because after reading 5 through 5, I was like, oh my god, reading is great. Like, let's read all these books. And then I was like, you know what's even better than reading though? Not reading, but it's fine. It's fine. Because today I've got big plans, big reading plans. Let me tell you. But I also have more exciting news because, ta-da, hello folks, I fixed my timer. I did the math and I let it run while I was asleep, and then when I woke up I stopped it, and now I'm at the time that I'm supposed to be at, which is exciting because it's gonna make it easier to like know when I hit 24 hours, you know? But today I'm jazzed and ready to get into The Well of Ascension. Me and Cass were talking about this last night. She said she read like 600 pages of this book in a day. So I, like the moron I am, I was like, well, I'm gonna go read 700 pages of this in a day. And she said, no, you won't. And I am taking that as a challenge. So my goal for today, I think, is to finish The Well of Ascension. Is that gonna be plausible? I don't know, but I'm always up for a challenge. I also read volume 9 of Spy Family yesterday. That was like the only thing that I did after I talked to you, and I really liked it. I liked it more than volume 8 for sure. The beginning of it, like the kind of first mission that's in it, because I think the volumes are split up into like 4 or 5 missions. But the first one, they were still on that damn boat that they were in volume 8, and I was like, I do not care about the boat. I don't like things that take place on water. I don't like cruises, so I was like, no, go away. But there was like this little intermission of sorts afterwards where like they did like properly go on vacation at the city that they were like docked at, and it was so cute. But aside from that, like, it was really fun. So definitely enjoyed volume 9. So yeah, that is 3 books down in the last almost 10 hours. I don't think this is gonna take me like the entire rest of my time to read, but I think it's gonna take a decent chunk. And then after that, well, am I gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. I'm probably gonna finish it. Although if I do decide that like maybe reading 700 pages of Mistborn in a day is a bad idea, I do have an unexpected peril. We're gonna start with this one. So let's go. Okay, so it is a bit later. I kind of ended up taking a nap, like an hour-long nap. I was so tired. I was like sitting there reading my book, falling asleep, and I was like, I can't do this right now. So I took my nap, and I've been reading for a bit longer. I have passed the halfway mark, which is fun. We're at 12 hours. I just made it to page 200. I also made it to part 2, which I love the name of. It's Ghosts in the Mist, which sounds like spooky, you know? Like, it's not spooky, but I think it sounds spooky. But I feel like, you know, not a ton has been happening. I absolutely see why people say that this book is very, like, politics based, because, like, plot-wise, nothing has happened, but I'm not mad about it. I don't think I'm liking it quite as much as I was liking the first one at this point in time, but I do feel like we're kind of in the calm before the storm. Things are kind of being set up. There's like a war on the horizon. There are like armies camped outside of Luthadel. Very like tense situations, but also I feel like the characters do add like a certain lightness to the story as well, because it is very like, you know, rough times, but like they're still like really funny and like trying to keep spirits high, if that makes sense. So I'm enjoying that. We've also been learning like a bit more about the magic system and certain other elements to it. I don't know how to say that in like a vague sense, or even if it like would be considered a spoiler, but like things are definitely just being expanded upon, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to develop over the course of the series, because we're not even halfway through the second book. So I think there's a lot more to discover about the, what's it called? Allomancy? Yes, there's a lot more to be discovered about allomancy and like certain other metals, and I'm just very excited to see what other information is going to be revealed, because I think if I had to choose, like I feel like Mistborn would have to be my favorite magic system that I've learned about in a book. Like it's just so cool. There are definitely books with like very like whimsical and soft magic systems, which I do enjoy, but this one has more of like, it's a hard magic system and it has more of like a sci-fi feel to it, which I think I really like. So yes, I'm just really enjoying it so far. I can't wait to sit down and just read a bunch of this today. Again, my goal is still to finish the book today. We'll see how that goes. Hopes high, expectations low. So let's get into it. I'm really excited. I think I'll probably give you guys an update when I hit like the 400 page mark. That feels right. Yes, I'll talk to you then. Okay, so it is quite a bit later. I have officially hit the 16-hour mark, meaning we are 2/3 of the way done with my 24 hours, and I have an update. So I just made it to part 4 of the Well of Ascension, which is literally just called Knives, which, you know, fun, ominous. I'm into that, but I'm up to page 472. So I've read so much of this book already today, and we are not done, my friends, because I firmly believe that I can finish this book today. So in like the last 200 pages since I've talked to you, again, I don't know if like a lot has happened. This is definitely like very, very political, and I don't know at this point if I'm like fully into that concept, because it is just like rather slow. I'm definitely still enjoying it. Like seeing all of the political maneuverings of all of these different entities is very fascinating, and just seeing the scheming and plotting that is going along is really cool. But it's been going on for so long. If I didn't like the characters and the world and the magic system so much, I'd be like, what's going on? But because I just enjoy these characters and following them around, I'm vibing with it. I just feel like it could be more fun. Like I feel like The Final Empire, like I just loved that book so much. Everything was just so new and exciting, and it felt like I was learning the magic system along with Vin. There were big things happening, but in this one it's very politics heavy, which definitely like makes sense for the situation that like the world has been left in, but it is very political. Honestly, I have full faith that the ending of this book will be amazing, and I'm super excited to get there. I just need to finish reading the middle part of this book first. I also do want to say I have enjoyed like every POV that we're kind of getting in this book, because with a lot of fantasy books, and I know I talk about this a lot, but I feel like with a lot of fantasy books that are multi-POV, I'm kind of just like, most of the POVs I'm okay with, but I always feel like there are some POVs that when I get to them, I'm like, oh god, not again. But I feel like in this book, it's really just focusing on like 2 different people, and I love both of them as characters. And then you also have like a few side POVs like every now and then from like other kind of more major side characters, and I feel like it's all very intentional, like when those are put in there, but I really enjoy the main two that we're following. One of them obviously is Vin, and I do love Vin as a main character. I just feel like her character development, even over just like the first book and half of this one, has been really well written. Like seeing how certain elements from her past have like been affecting her and how she's learning to overcome it, but some things she can't quite let go of. I just feel like it's a really good depiction of what is essentially childhood trauma and how that can like come and manifest in like different ways later in your life. Even though Vin's not like super old, it's still like impacting her in different ways. And even though this is like through a fantasy lens, it doesn't make like the message any less important, and I love seeing like more serious topics discussed in fantasy novels. And I also do really like kind of the other main POV that we're getting, but I don't want to tell you who that is. Like spoilers, whatever. But those are kind of my current thoughts on The Well of Ascension. I'm very excited to read some more of this, so let's finish it up. Well, actually, I'll probably give you an update before I finish it up, but like, let's just go read some more. I need to stop rambling. That's what I need to do. Let's read. Okay, so it's currently Monday afternoon. We are at 20 hours. Hello, are you gonna focus? Thank you. 20 hours and 3 minutes and 3 seconds on the readathon. So we have like, how does that work? 3 hours and 54, is that 6? What is it? I forgot what time it was, which means we have 3 hours and 57 minutes left. However, I actually did not end up finishing The Well of Ascension last night. And do you want to see the sad thing? This is how much I had left. I literally have like, I think less than 40 pages left in this book. It was literally only like 11 p.m. last night, but I was falling asleep as I was attempting to read the last 30 pages of this book. So I was like, you know what? You have read 700 pages today. So, which is like what I set out to do yesterday, just so I could rub it in Cass's face, obviously. No, not really, but I read the 700 pages, so I was like, you know what, just read the 30 tomorrow. And that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish up my 24 hours today as well. So yes, obviously we're gonna start out by finishing The Well of Ascension. But what I can tell you so far, I think based on how like the first 740 pages of this book have gone, I think I'm going to be giving it a 4 stars. Again, like I was saying last night, I just don't think I'm loving it quite as much as I love The Final Empire, but I still am definitely really enjoying it. Now that we are at like the end of the book, it has absolutely picked up a bit. A lot of things are happening. There was like a really cute moment. There were some sad moments. There are just some weird moments. We've also found some more things out about the magic system, which have been really interesting, and it's picked up a lot. I wish I could say more about it, but like my brain is slightly fried yesterday from sitting down and essentially doing nothing but reading this book. But yesterday was like really fun. Like honestly, I don't even remember the last time that I sat down and read quite as much of like a single book as I did with this one yesterday, and it was so much fun. Like just being able to fully immerse myself in this world for the day, nothing else to do, no thoughts, head empty, just Mistborn. It was a really good time. But it was a lot. Like I cannot deny that it was a lot. So I am going to finish up these 30 pages and then I need to find something else to read because I'll probably still have like 3 hours left. So I have 2 ideas. Neither of them were any of the books that I had on the TBR, but I'm not really feeling like reading An Unexpected Peril right now, which is like the book that I was gonna pick up. But since I went to the library on Saturday, I do have some options. So the first option I have is The Emperor's Soul, also by Brandon Sanderson. I figured maybe since I'm reading, you know, Mistborn and I'm gonna finish it, I am kind of in the mood to read some more Brandon Sanderson, so I could pick this one up. It's just like a short, like one-off novella. It's not really connected to any of his series, but I think it takes place on the same planet that Elantris takes place, but like they're not connected. I googled it and the people have read it, and I think Brandon Sanderson's website as well was like, yeah, you can, like, it doesn't matter what order you read them in, so I might pick this one up because novella kind of sounds like something I could fit into those 3 hours, so like that might happen. I don't know anything about this book though, to be honest, but it might be kind of fun that way, and it's pretty short, so I think I would be able to finish it. Also, if I read this one, I will have some time left over that I could potentially also finish Orange in, or I'm also potentially thinking about starting Home Before Dark, because the more I think about it, the more I had such a good time reading 5 Survive, and it was just such a fun and fast read that I'm like, I should read some more thrillers. And this one has been on my radar for such a long time, so I'm thinking I might start this one. I won't have enough time to finish it, but I could potentially start it. So yes, these are my current reading plans for the rest of the night. Let's go finish up Mistborn and jump into one of these. Okay, so I just finished The Well of Ascension. I'm now at 20 hours and 23 minutes, so still got 3.5 hours to go. Hoping I can, you know, do that today. It's only 4, so theoretically I should be able to do it today, but we'll see. You know, we'll see, it's fine. But let me tell you, the ending of The Well of Ascension, like, what's going on? It was so good though, because there were so many like different reveals that were happening towards the end of the book, and there was one. It was like this certain one that I was like, no way. Like, I'm so interested to see how this changes the dynamic of things, and I'm like, also I have so many questions as to how this happened and why, and I'm so excited to jump into the Hero of Ages, because the ending of The Well of Ascension was so good. Like, it was so good, and I'm so, oh my god, like so many things. So many things that I want to talk about, but so many things that I can't talk about. But anyway, moving on from my vague thoughts about Mistborn, it's time to pick the next thing I'm gonna read. I'm definitely not feeling like a full novel. Like, reading almost the entirety of The Well of Ascension yesterday really took me out. Like, it was a lot. I really enjoyed it. Oh, also, I think I'm gonna give the book 4 stars. I don't know if I said that. No, I did not say that. I'm giving The Well of Ascension 4 stars. I think the middle part of it was a bit too slow for me to like give it 5 stars, but like, it was still really good. Oh yeah, kind of took me out that I read all of that book yesterday. So I want some short things, some things that will give me somewhat instant gratification. So I'm picking my novella. I'm going to read The Emperor's Soul. This shouldn't take me longer than like an hour or 2 to read, which will leave like maybe enough time to read Orange. So we're just gonna get into this. I'm very interested to see how I feel about this novella, because I have read one other novella that Brandon Sanderson has written, and it followed a character named Lift. It's called Edge Dancer. It's like a novella in the Stormlight Archive series. I didn't love it, but I think that has more to do with the main character than it does with like the plot, you know. But I also feel like Brandon Sanderson's books, like, they're long for a reason because he writes really good long books. Like, the payoff at the end of it is always just so good. So like, seeing him write novellas is interesting because he has like not a lot to work with. So I'm excited to see what I'm gonna think of this. So let's get into it. Okay, so it's later. I finished this book. I'm at 21 hours and 58 minutes, meaning I still have 2 hours left. And while I am slightly over the challenge, like I kind of just so want it to be done, I am not over this book because this was really cool. Like, the magic system in this one was so sick. I was gonna say like maybe this is my favorite magic system, and it might be. The only thing is like Mistborn's also really cool, but it also gets like 2,000 pages to explore it, and this one gets like 160-ish. I don't know if this is the magic system like it's like used in Elantris though, because I know they take place in the same planet, but I don't know if they have the same magic system. That's something to figure out at another point in time. But this was like such a cool concept, and I'm very impressed at his ability to tell like a full and complete story with like decently complex characters, but it's so short. So basically, in this world, you have a magic system, which I think is called forging. Maybe it's called forging, I don't know. But basically, if you are a forger, you can like change the history of certain objects so that they will become something else. So how do I describe this? In the book, I'll just give you an example. There was this window, in the room that our main character was staying in, and it was like really drafty and sad. There were cracks in it, and she wanted to like fix it. And she noticed that in the corner of the window there was like a little bit of stained glass. Like the window used to be stained glass, but it was broken or something, so they just replaced it with normal glass. But she was able to rewrite the history of the window so that when it got broken the first time, somebody came and like fixed it. So then in the present day, it became a stained glass window again. And that, I mean, it's like a confusing concept, but like it's really cool. Like that's so creative. And just seeing what our main character did with it, and like that's just like surface level of like what you can do with this. Because like the main concept of this book is that our main character gets caught because she has something to do with like imitating a painting, but she was like thrown in prison. She's gonna be executed the next day. But the people of like the palace that I think she's in, they approach her with this task because their emperor has recently undergone some sort of like injury. So he's like a shell of himself, essentially. So they have her craft him a new soul. So she spends like the whole book like reading histories of his life and like crafting from the ground up him as a person, so that if it ends up working, she can like fix him and give him his soul back. Which like that is so cool. Like, are you kidding me? That is such a good concept. And I really liked our main character. I feel like she was, you know, decently complex for only having this many pages to explore her, and there were just, it was so good. I just wasn't expecting to like this so much because most novellas I don't really feel like too many things about, but this was so cool. If you have not read this yet and you like Sanderson, highly recommend checking it out. And if you haven't read Sanderson, I do think this could potentially be a good way to get into his work because, you know, it's short, it's not a huge commitment like a bunch of his other books are. I feel like the magic system, once you get it, like you get it. It's like kind of confusing at first, but like you get the hang of it pretty quickly, and it's just, oh, it's so good. So, there's the Emperor's Soul. Very glad I randomly picked this up. So, like I said, I have 2 hours left. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to read Orange, but I'm hoping it takes us 2 hours because I don't know what else to read. So, I'm just gonna jump into this, maybe do some crying. If I don't cry, I know I'll be sad, you know, so I need to stop flipping through it because I'm gonna spoil myself. So, we're gonna read this. Finished Orange and it was so good. Like, I love this manga so much. I see why everybody loves it so much. It's so heartwarming and like also sad, but also really hopeful, but also kind of depressing. So make sense of that if you will. But if you guys don't know what Orange is about, I'll kind of give you like a general synopsis for the series. So basically, you're following this like group of 6 high school students, and one day they all receive letters from themselves 10 years in the future, detailing like things that they need to do and situations that like need to happen in order to avoid a very tragic incident that has happened to one of their friends. It is like, definitely check the trigger warnings for it. It's a bit heavy at times, but it's so well done. I do know there is like another volume of this called Orange Future, which I do have. I just don't really want to read it right now, but the dilemma is I'm at 23 hours. I thought this was going to take me longer to read, but the entire like back section of this bind up is just like something completely different. Like, I think it's a different story from this person. Yes. They wrote something different, but I was just here for Orange, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do with my hour because I don't know if I have anything that I want to start. I gotta think, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so it is honestly a couple of hours later. I was planning on picking my next read like really quickly. That did not happen. I'm literally like one of the most indecisive people you will ever meet. Even something like as simple as just picking a book to read for an hour, I'm like, oh, like, what if I choose this and I don't like this and I don't want to like start this if I don't want to read this, and it's a whole thing. So I watched some more episodes of Yona of the Dawn instead. I'm on episode, I think is it 22? Yeah, I'm almost done with the first and only season, which is distressing, honestly, because I am obsessed with that anime right now, and the fact that it'll just be over is sad. But I will start reading the manga again soon. So yeah, if anybody also likes Yona of the Dawn, please talk to me about it in the comments, because I need to discuss it. I know that has absolutely nothing to do with what this video is about, but it has been what I've been doing with like all of my free time throughout the course of this weekend. So anyway, tangents aside, I did make a decision on what I'm going to read, and I'm just gonna start the audiobook for An Unexpected Peril. I have it. It'll be easy to just throw on and listen to, because I really am not in the mood for like physical reading right now, but just popping on an audiobook sounds kind of nice. I'm gonna update my reading journal. Maybe I'll do like a spread. I never did an April spread, did I? Maybe I'll throw something together really quickly. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to just listen to this for an hour while I do other things. And I will probably end up wrapping up the vlog tomorrow. So I'll talk to you then. Sorry the lighting is so questionable right now. It's so yellow, but it's fine. Everything's fine because I've hit 24 hours. I'm so excited, honestly. I did indeed make some progress in An Unexpected Peril. I'm on page, yeah, it's name. I'm on page maybe 46. I don't know. At any rate, did not make it that far into this book. It's a fun setup so far. I'm excited to see where it's going, but like, I'm not far into it at all. But aside from that, I have something that I'm like more excited to talk about, because I've been making my April spread, even though it's like, it's literally the 17th now, and by the time you're watching this, it's probably like even later, but I wanted to make it. So I made it, and honestly, I love it, all because of these cute stickers. I picked these up in Daiso when I went to Texas last month, and they're like little bears with fruit, and I'm so obsessed with them, honestly. Like, they're adorable. Like, look at these guys down here. This one's my favorite. Look at him, he's so cute. And oh my god, this little dude with the lemon, the apple head, oh my god. They're just so cute. I've been like losing my shit as I've been placing these in my journal, because I'm obsessed, and honestly, I'm so sad that the sticker sheet's like halfway gone now, but I just had to use so many of these stickers, and I'm just so excited because I just started like randomly throwing this page together, and I love it. Like, I think it's like my new favorite spread, all because of these stickers, and I'm so sad because like, where am I gonna get more of these stickers? I don't have a Daiso near me. I have like another pack of these stickers that's very like, well, it's not similar, but it's like bears with a theme, you know what I'm saying? And the theme of this one is like, oh my god, they're so cute. They're like little devils. I don't even know. They're adorable. Oh my god, I cannot wait to use these, but I want to save them for like fall almost, even though I know they're like pink, but it's like they're wearing their little Halloween devil costumes, and they're so I can't believe I did not pick up more of these like stickers from Daiso with like these little bears on them, because I know they have more, and I'm gonna hunt these down because I'm just like, look at this little guy right here. Oh my god, like this one, it's my favorite. Anyway, I guess in more exciting news, my readathon's over. I'm going to probably like properly wrap up the vlog tomorrow, just because I don't want to right now. I am tired and I need to go take a shower. I need to finish watching season 1 of Yona of the Dawn, which I'm so excited about. And yeah, for now I'm gonna go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello. It is the next morning and I'm here to quickly end the vlog and give you a wrap up on what I read. I also went through and I figured out like how much time I spent reading each book, and I thought that could be kind of fun to share with you guys as well. So we're just quickly going to go through the stack. I've already talked about these in the video, so I'm not going to go too in depth with them, but first of all, well, not first of all, I'm just grabbing from the stack randomly. This is not in order, but first here I have Orange Volume 2, and this took me exactly 1 hour, 1 minute, and 19 seconds to read, and I'm not going to rate this one just because it's manga, but it was really good, and I really like the conclusion to this series. I know there is like another volume after this, which I will probably read at some point, just not right now. Next up we have The Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson, and this took me 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 1 second to read. Again, this one really surprised me. I really ended up liking this, and I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 or a 5 star, to be honest. Next up we have 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. This took me 4 hours and 7 minutes and 51 seconds to read. I really like this one. I think I'm also gonna give this one a 4.5 or a 5, to be honest. Like, looking back on it, I don't know if I really have anything bad to say. Like, it was a fun time, like, for what it is. 4.5 or 5. Next up, we have The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. I spent 4 hours, 44 minutes, and 58 seconds reading this. I think I might have liked the first one a bit more, but I still really enjoyed this, and I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.75. Then we have my biggest accomplishment of the vlog, which is The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I spent 10 hours, 45 minutes, and 27 seconds reading this book. Granted, I was like 50 pages into it to begin with, so I'd probably add like an hour onto that time for like total time reading it, but like in this vlog, that's how much I spent. And I think I'm gonna give this one a 4 star. I decided. Then I also read Spy Family Volume 9, and I spent 44 minutes and 42 seconds reading this one. I think this was a bit more interesting than some of the later volumes have been for me, but I still don't think it's as good as the first 4 volumes were. And I don't know if it's because it's been so long since I read them that I'm like, wow, nothing is as good as those, or like the first ones were just better. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep reading the series. But it just, like the first volume, like absolute peak, I feel like I wouldn't say it went downhill, because like it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. But like the first book was just like an unparalleled experience, you know what I'm saying? Like the rest of the series, fantastic, but I think you get what I'm saying. Then last night I also spent 55 minutes and 6 seconds listening to An Unexpected Peril, which is where, it's all the way back there, I'm not gonna grab it. But that was fine. I was really casually listening to it, because by the end of this challenge, I was like, make it end. Like, I got to so many good books, but by the end, I was like, okay, I'm done with reading for now. Can we like not? But then I was like, oh man, there's still another hour. But it was still like really fun. I also did a final page count, and I ended up reading 1,644 pages. I didn't include like the pages from Orange or Spy Family, just because I feel like that was not fair. So like actual pages like of actual novels, not the manga, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean. It was 1,600 pages. Overall, I feel like this was a very successful kind of reading experiment. I've never done a readathon with the timer method before, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I will continue to do some like this, but I will also like do them the normal way. That is the end of the video. Also, I did want to take a second before I ended this video, because I haven't gotten an opportunity to properly like face-to-face, you know, thank you guys, because recently, I can't believe it honestly, recently I hit 40,000 subscribers on this channel, which is absolutely insane. And I am just so thankful and grateful to every single one of you. And I wanted to take an opportunity to like fully, you know, let you guys know that it's bonkers. It's crazy. I don't know how we got here. It's absolutely insane. But I just love it so much. Like the fact that there's so many of you that I can share my opinions on books with, I'm just forever grateful. Like every time I think about it, I just get like, very excited and just very happy. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your constant support. I'm so excited to see what the rest of this year will bring. And yes, I'm gonna stop getting sappy. And I'm going to let you guys go. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do let me know down below. A, have you read any of the books that I've read? What do you think of them? I'd love to know. We can have a chat about it. Or just tell me what you guys are reading recently. I always love to read those. And yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Goodbye.